You're sitting in a classroom about to take that big final. The one you've studied long and hard for. You know every question in and out, but your palms are already getting sweaty. Your heart feels like it's thumping out of your chest. Suddenly, that first problem seems unfamiliar, so you skip to the next, then the one after that. You're freaking out. We've all been there, but have you ever thought about why? Why your heart beats so fast you might as well be running away from a tiger? It's all thanks to this almond-sized part of our brain called the amygdala. The amygdala, a collection of nuclei found deep in your temporal lobe, is the control center for the way we react to certain stimuli that could be seen as a potential threat. A tiger, Mom? We don't have just one amygdala, we have two, one in each hemisphere. The amygdala is an important part of the limbic system, a group of structures in the brain associated with emotion. The amygdala is an old part of our brain from our days in the caves that still hasn't realized we live in different times.
When the amygdala decides there's an imminent threat, it sends a signal of nerve impulses to the part of the brain called the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is important for releasing hormones, and when it gets a signal from the amygdala, it activates the pituitary gland, which in turn activates the adrenal glands. This chain of events allows the adrenal gland to secrete hormones that eventually trigger the flight or fight response within us. Thanks for flying, Air Amygdala!
When your adrenal gland is activated, you start worrying. You get agitated, people irritate you, you can't concentrate, and suddenly you're having a full body panic attack. A paper tiger really is just as scary as a tiger. When the amygdala recognizes a threat, the hippocampus commits the image to memory. Next time you hear a roar, your amygdala recognizes the sound and tells you to panic. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational brain, the real you, is not able to switch off the false alarm. The big takeaway is that it's not just your amygdala. The amygdala is a small part of a fear response center in the brain, and while it's pretty powerful for such a small organ, you can learn to control it. Now that you know what's really happening in your brain when you're getting anxious about something, you're probably wondering, what can I do to stop it? You, your prefrontal cortex, your conductor, can speak to the amygdala and remind it that everything's okay. Talking to your amygdala can send gamma-aminobutyric acid, known as GABA, to the amygdala to calm it down. If you're in that test situation, visualize yourself telling your amygdala that this isn't life or death. Remember, your hippocampus's memories are what fuel the amygdala's triggers. So if you remind yourself that there's no danger present, your brain will begin to remember.
Above all else, be kind to yourself. Turn the tiger into a cat. Remember that your amygdala does not control you, but you control it. Go ace that test. We aren't cavemen anymore. Yay! You did!